as we are going to talk about our AutoCode AI platform. We're very excited to launch it today, an enterprise software tool. And our speaker for today, of course, is Raj Rajendran. He is the founder and CTO of Symbime. And of course, myself, Mala Raj, I'll be your host. I'm the co-founder and president of Symbime. Today's agenda, we'll get that off the way quickly. We are, of course, revolutionizing the business agility, how Vorque AutoCode AI cuts time and costs. So we'll have a couple of questions as a survey to, of course, understand our audience who are attending today. And we'll then hand over the mic to our speaker, Raj Rajendran, CTO of Symbime, who will be talking about Vorque AutoCode AI and how we are revolutionizing the enterprise world today. And he'll also talk about the core benefits of Vorque. And I will go ahead and address subsequently the key use cases. We will have the last 5 minutes for the Q&A session. So you're most welcome to go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and as I would read it, and we will go ahead and answer those questions. Thank you, and we will now move to the survey of the questions that we have. The first question, of course, is what is your primary role in your organization? If you can put it in the chat, I've given a couple of options, C-level or IT manager, analyst, developer, architect. If you can just put the alphabet, it'll help us. I notice a few have already started to come in. It's some are C-level, and I see some are in technology, they've said. So it's good. We do not have too many in sales and marketing. So our focus, of course, would be projected more towards the technology people. Thank you. And our last and final question is, what's your main objective for attending today's webinar? I've given a couple of options there, A, B, C, D, E. You're most welcome to say if you're just curious to learn what AutoCode AI can do in the enterprise world. A fair point. And we say thank you for taking time on a busy day to attend our webinar. It could just be to understand what AutoCode AI is all about. I do see answers coming in. Curiosity, A, and some have said to understand what your no-code platform can do, D. Thank you very much. So again, we will be focused towards more on technology. Now I'll hand it over to Raj, our speaker. Thank you.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Today we are going to talk about AutoCode AI and our enterprise business operations platform and what we've done with that. AutoCode AI is a platform where we are providing the necessary tools for you to configure and use our product to build custom workflows, processes, methodologies. You can convert spreadsheets into instant enterprise-grade applications with no-code analytics as well. You can create documents, you can have templates, and then create documents out of your templates from the data that's entered. So we are a full stack no-code platform that is takes you from concept to use in minutes and hours rather than months and months of development. Now, how are we different than anybody else out there, right? So today you're using, some people still use manual coding, some people use low-code solutions, and others use artificial general intelligence to generate code, and Symbime has our AutoCode AI solution. And what is the difference between these three, right? Low-code provides a lot of code automatically for you, but then you got to augment it with a lot of code, and that integration with your own code and the DevOps, all of that gets pretty cost intensive. You're not really saving a whole lot more on these kind of platforms, right? Same with the AGI. You have AI assisted coding, and a recent survey by CIO magazine found that using AI assisted coding actually reduced developer productivity. With AI assisted coding, again, you got to assemble the code, you got to keep track of all of your versions, put it through DevOps, and then go procure servers and implement everything in production. With AutoCode AI, what we've done is we've kind of eliminated almost all of the work. All you have to do is define your process and your data that you required using or reverse AI prompts. And once you're done, you can turn around and start using the application. You don't have to worry about handling code because there is really no code generated. It's the system automatically understands what it needs to do and does that for you. It's also hosted on the cloud, so scalability is not a concern, and you don't have to deploy anything at all. No assembly required, no deployment required. So we've developed a scalable multi-tenant full stack AutoCode AI SaaS platform. And let me tell you what that really means. Right? Scalable, everybody understands. It's provided through our cloud scale database, so you don't have to worry about it. Full stack, meaning a lot of people claim that they are a no-code platform, etc. And what they mean is no code for the small portion that they've developed the no code for. They're not full stack. With Symbian, you don't write a single line of code. Your uh, all the tiers across your application are automatically handled for you. And so as a user, single tenant, you may ask, what is the advantage of multi-tenant, right? Multi-tenant, while it looks like an advantage for Symbian, on the other hand, multi-tenant enables you to get onto a cloud platform that is already there. All you have to do is sign up and use. So you don't have to worry about getting deployed, having your own hardware or having your own cloud. It really helps in the sense that there's a lot of time effort in doing those things. So even if you need one or two people to maintain your hardware, the cost of using a multi-tenant product like Symbian with AutoCode AI is going to be cost of probably a fraction of a resource cost depending on the size of your organization. In any way, any case, you're probably going to be spending 1/10 of your cost as far as resources go, people go, right? And you're able to go to production in very minimal time. You can start with a minimal starter process and then enhance it as you go and as you find more things. And you don't have to worry about you know going through full regression, etc., because you're only configuring. You're not writing code. And again, no deployment required. You just configure and use. So how do we do this, right? We looked at enterprises and we came out with two major sources of work, right? One is work management, where it is the work that all the individuals within your organization do as part of their day-to-day job. And the second one is, people provide help to other people within the organization, both in terms of IT as well as the enterprise, right? There may be different department providing different services to people to help them do their job. So we've kind of crystallized these works into two modules, one called Work and one called Servizo 360. And we automatically integrated the AutoCode AI into these products. Now, take, for example, right, you have a process, and typically you can define a process like how we've shown in this diagram. Um, and it has the process steps, it has the data needed for each process. Now, there's probably additional things where you have rules that govern different things. All of that is accounted for within Symbian. You have documents that you need to attach, etc. As long as you have that information, you can configure Symbian to use to help you get to production. in very, very minimal time. I'm still talking hours, not even days, right? You can get this specific process. We actually built in 28 minutes, the configuration part, and then we were able to use it. So how do we take that information from you? We use reverse AI prompts, right? And we So we essentially what we do is we take a process definition and you input that into a work process definition prompts, and then data sets are configured using your data set and data field prompts, and along with that comes the rules and behaviors and definitions, etc. Right. So once this is defined, these are the two screens that you go to define what you're doing, and we have reverse AI prompt. So you don't have to worry about how am I going to put all of this complexity into the system, right? If you're using LLMs, defining something like this gets very, very complex. Now, we don't use LLMs. That's why we developed the reverse AI prompts. And our technology is different from your AGI, everybody else uses. We are not using a statistical tool like they are to produce the output. We produce output that's 100% consistent, repeatable. So once you configure and put it into production, you always get the same output. Okay, so moving past this, right? So we take the process that we showed you previously and see how it converts into an application for you. Now, this happens in a matter of minutes, right? Once you're done with your configuration that I showed in the previous page, you just turn around and then you can go into the WordPress Advisor module, and it will show up, and you can click to go into that specific type of work. Uh, and then you start using it. We allow you to do advanced search on your data. You can create some quick searches. All of this is configurable. You automatically get metrics. You could use custom metrics if you want by definition, and then we kind of go through and give you a full application. Now, going on to the next slide, here's an application that we have built that enables you to go to production, right? This GIF shows a typical application and what it can do. People always say, "Hey, it's a no-code platform; it cannot handle complexity." Right? Here, everything you're seeing on the screen that's happening now was built with no code. And if you look at the complexity of what's going on, you can see that this is really what enterprise applications need in terms of complexity. So we can handle that complexity. We can do the pop-up searches, all kinds of things without any code being written, right? Typically we have a 95% lower TCO and up to 100 times faster time to market. Typically, something that takes 3 to 6 months to do, we can probably do in about 30 minutes. So that's the advantage of our platform. And I'm going to stop at this point in time and hand it over to Mala, who's going to go through some use cases and verticals where we've implemented our no-code platform and used it to develop solutions.
Thank you. Thank you, Raj. Well, we have used our complete AutoCode AI to build different industry applications. As you can see here, we have built healthcare. Now, we in AutoCode AI, we say today in work, the takeaway lesson, of course, is all going to be about how to design your processes, your workflow, be it an Excel spreadsheet, doesn't matter, but it's all about how do you design the entire process. It's no longer the skill set of coding, but it's the art of designing. So we literally built an industry platform for healthcare. We just don't mean a single or application per se. It was an entire gamut of the platform for healthcare, be it pharmaceuticals or the healthcare information management system, the blood bank, the pharmacy, the laboratory, all of it, right? And the entire components were put together, and the entire hospital management was built. As most would say, it would take about 2 to 3 years to build that entire platform we built. Believe it or not, we built it in about a month's time, and today we have hospitals, blood banks, pharmacies using the platform. So that just goes to say how quickly and rapidly you can get to market from concept. We also built in the fintech where they wanted not just the a portion of building applications, but they also wanted operations management. So they were able to use our Servizo 360 platform, where their entire help desk support, ITSM, and all of their ITIL, the infrastructure, was used. And the whole thing on Servizo 360 is an integrated platform. And Servizo 360 is also integrated with Work. So what it means is you can build applications and you can integrate it with different departments or maybe even different applications per se. So we are, of course, a B2B and a B2B2B platform. So the whole origin of Work was all about IT department is so regimental in their work ethics. Why can't other departments literally adapt and streamline their workflows and build them easily? One doesn't need to go to the tech department to say, hey, listen, I have this process and I want this built. Very often it goes to the PMO or the budget approvals, and the process takes long. By the time they can communicate with the tech people and get the application out, it takes a very long time. Today, you can literally have your one of the IT people come and say, okay, this is the design. We'll go ahead and configure it for you. And perhaps you can use it, if not in a couple of hours, at least in a day or two. What would it mean if you can save few months or few years? Now, that's a tangible realization of the profits or taking back your time, right? So of course we are talking important aspect of autocode AI work. Now there is a beautiful feature in this, because very often a lot of people say, we built the application, now we want reports, we want KPIs, right? Key performance indicators. So then they look around and shop for a Power BI or an analytical tool. In our case, we realized that is very critical to do the work and simultaneously produce those analytical reports automatically. So we have a complete no-code analytical platform inbuilt in Work itself. So you can build your analytics depending on which department or who wants it, the management or the work team or different teams want it. You can customize it, and it is completely integrated as well. So this no-code analytical platform is inbuilt in Work. It is a very robust, huge platform. As Raj said, you can have your own documents, build your custom templates, and you can send emails automatically from your process itself and collect data. So all of this is done organically, and it is integrated. The beauty about it, as I'm constantly emphasizing, is it is integrated. Today, a lot of them are silos, and it gives heartaches. And just remembering passwords is such a headache, leave alone try and get analytics out, and you have to have APIs and so on. We do say don't live the nightmare of APIs, but to have it integrated with analytics, people can get any type of reports. You can save those reports and just press them over a button and generate those reports. Today, for audit purpose, one doesn't need to juggle with all those Excel sheets and try and gather the data. And very often, a lot of them canned reports as well. But in our case, literally over a press of a button, you get your audit reports and all of your analytics are gathered in seconds. So having said that, I'm going to, as a closing statement, I would like to say, take back your time. Right there is your remarkable ROI. Moving on, let's go ahead to our Q&A session. I do see a couple of questions already in the chat. And let me go ahead and read them. If I can answer, I would. If not, I will hand it over to Raj to respond on these questions. What's your SaaS business model? Good question. It is pay per user per month. We have kept it at a very, very low TCO. So our prices are published on our website. But if you're an enterprise, you're most welcome to come and discuss with us. You can contact any one of our sales team by connecting through info@symbiont.com. And we would certainly discuss. We work with people. And it's not about just building one application. You can constantly build your applications as and when you want. And as business changes, you need many applications to be built. So it's not limited to the number of applications. So it's unlimited applications can be built once you have subscribed to our platform. Moving on to our second question, it says, future-proof reduces future development cost, you said. Can we make changes in the apps built? Absolutely. Yes, that's a great question. In fact, a lot of people, even consulting firms do tell us to move the right columns from right to left takes hundreds of thousands of dollars and months. Well, let me tell you, with AutoCode AI, you can nanosecond move them, and it's literally that is the speed of business, right? You want it today, you want it this minute. So with us, if you built an application or you're building an application, maybe your sales team came and said, we want some changes. No problem. You can make that spontaneous change instantly and realize the value. So we often say it's not a POC or proof of concept any longer. It is the proof of value. So your value is realized immediately, and you can make those changes instantly and keep moving. And you're not going into the budget and revisiting that subject again, because if you can make the change so fast, you're saving money drastically, and that is value proposition right there as well. Moving on to the third question. It says, can we integrate with APIs without with our present tools? I'm going to let Raj answer this question. Over to Raj.
Okay. So we are developing a no-code API interface. We are in testing with that, so it's going to be in our future roadmap coming out pretty soon. Realistically, it will be easier for you to just migrate whatever data you have somewhere else and configure it in our data set, and then bring it within our application. That would eliminate some complexity, so you don't have to worry about another database or solution to maintain. But we are working on providing that API capability with no code.
Okay. We do have some time for one last question here. There are quite a few of them. I'm going to take this one, which says, do we have help and support for building the applications? Absolutely, yes. Of course, you're most welcome to sign on. If it's just one user, no problem. But if not, you can go ahead and sign on. You can talk to us, and we would certainly work with your a purchase department or whoever's doing the purchase. We will certainly discuss with them and make sure that you get onboarded very smoothly and seamlessly. And the the manual is right there in the application. There is a question mark right on top on the module. You can click it and will literally guide you through how the whole process is and how you need to build your application. And we also have office hours. We do communicate with our customers on a daily basis. There is what you call office hours, and it's about 30 minutes, I think, typically in the zone that you're in. So we do cover East Coast, West Coast, so it's a general time, and you can come to the office hours where you can have questions and we would answer them. But that certainly helps you build the applications very seamlessly to what you need. And we also help people build applications. That's one of our jobs because we are good at what our tool is, and we build the applications for the people. We certainly recommend how to go about it so you have the best results as well. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. And I will now give one last question for Raj to answer. Thank you.
So we are launching on Product Hunt today, and I put a link on the chat. If you can log in, and if you liked what you saw and like what we have on Product Hunt as well, if you could give us a upvote, I definitely appreciate it. Uh, and as Mala said, we do have office hours. We are also going to be providing free training because it is an enterprise solution. There's going to be some questions that come up, and we will offer free training. You can have questions during office hours, or when you go to sign up, it's going to tell you please attend one of our training sessions so that we can help you be successful. And then once you attend the training session, we'll open it up for you to use. This is so that you don't get frustrated. Like most SaaS products, don't have human help. We will provide human help.
Thank you very much. And I know there are a lot of questions, but please don't hesitate to send them in, and we will certainly answer them. Thank you, and have a great day.